Okay, folks, what we're going to work on today, got a little 1.5 by 1.5 by 12 here. Got a V-tool, fairly large V-tool, but that's just what I've got with me. Rough out knife, detail knife. Now look, y'all let me know if y'all want me to show you how to make these. I made both of these. This is a very flexible knife that I made out of a box cutter blade, and this one is not flexible at all. It's a really stout rough out knife that I make out of a Sawzall blade, and it's got Osage orange handles, and then I just buff it up, make it all pretty. This one's actually spoke for, along with this one. This one is spoke for. If you guys want to see how I make these, I have no problem showing you my secrets. It's really not very difficult at all. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to mark off 2.5 inches. I'm hoping that my fan sound does not pick up in the background, but it's stinking hot. And I have since moved my carving operations to my workshop down here. Alright, here's our line, 2.5 inches. We're going to cut that off right there. Give me just a second, and we'll cut it off with the chop saw. Alright, we're just going to take the chop saw. If you don't have one, you can use a hand saw. Okay, folks, now we've got our blank, and this is what we're going to make from it. Okay, these are really cool little fella. You know, my oldest's birthday is the day before Halloween, so it was kind of imperative that I come up with something kind of Halloween-ish. All right, we're going to make a mark at 1/2 inch. We're going to use our index finger, or our birdie finger, I'm sorry, as a depth gauge, and we're just going to mark that all the way around like so. And we're going to take our ruler here, and we're just going to find dead center. Now you don't have to go all the way across with this mark. Just get your corners lined up. Well, and just make you a little mark right here in the middle. Turn it. Do the same thing over here. I always place my pencil in the corner as a pivot. Alright, there's dead center. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run stop cuts, and we're going to get the center of this down to about right here. Okay? It doesn't have to be exact, because we're gonna make it go to one side. So you actually want it to be fairly large in the center here, and then we'll just start whacking away, like beaver chewing one side of it. So you just in, okay, and we're going to do this all the way around it and take it in towards that center, and you want the top to be about as big around as a quarter. Alright, so I'm not going to bore you with taking this down to where it needs to be. I'm going to stop the video, do this off camera, and that's, you just keep going. Alright, I'm going to do this off camera. Just make sure that stays flat all the way around, all the way in. Okay? Alright. Alright. With the magic of video, we're back. Now, what we want to do, I like giving you guys exact measurements, so we're going to make a mark. Find you a corner, whichever corner looks best on yours. We're going to make our mark 7/8 of an inch off the bottom. That's going to be the bottom of our nose. Okay? And let's see, where are we at? 1.25 off of the bottom. That's going to be the top of the bridge of our nose and our brow line. Okay? Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this corner alone. We're not going to touch this. We want this to stay square. The rest of this, we're going to round it over like a pumpkin. And what I've learned, to keep it looking like a tomato or anything crazy, like, in other words, to keep it from being too round, I always dome the top and elongate the bottom. I round the bottom and then I just gently curve it in. But at the top, I really get in here and remove some wood, okay? Like so. And I'll take that all the way up to the stem here, all the way around. And I just gently bring this down, okay? And then I'll just take, I don't know, about a 70 degree, like so. And you just kind of feather that back into it, okay? Alright. These knives I make are jam up. If you would like one, I guess I can make you one and sell it to you. But you have to do it through the Facebook page. I don't know how to run YouTube outside of uploading videos, so I don't know how to get a hold of you. You have to come to the Facebook group. So we're gonna create this profile on the other two corners. This one and this one. This one right here is the front. We're going to put a little pencil mark up front. That way we know we're going to carve our face off of that corner. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this on those two, and then I'll get back with you. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry, my kid's mowing the yard. I hope that doesn't distort my audio too much, but we're going to just keep going. Now that we've got it like this, okay, we're going to choose which side we want our stem to kind of curve over on. So I think I did this one to the left, so we'll do this one to the right. So I'm just going to pencil in a small area over here, and I know that that's where I want my stem, so I'm going to come in and start beaver chewing like so. And I'm going to beaver chew it back this way, like this. Come in the back, beaver chew it like this. In other words, we're gonna make it. We're gonna force it to go that way. Okay. Now that we have it like so, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get down here real low, and we're gonna bring this over to this side. Okay, we're just gonna kind of make it swoop up, and if that blade's really wide and it gets really hard to get in here and get real precise. But don't make this thing too thin, okay? Because we don't want it breaking off. But you know what? If it does break off, there's plenty of pumpkins that are sold in stores without a stem. I've had them break off and continued with them, and they got just as much fanfare as the ones with the stems. I don't think they're really looking at the stems per se so much. Anyhow, see, we still got our little circle right here, and we're just going to round these edges over just a touch. Okay, round them over just a touch. Golly. Let me let her finish, and then we'll move on. Okay. Well, she's done cutting the yard, so we'll proceed. Now, this mark at 7/8, you kind of want it to come down like so. Okay? Sorry. There we go. Alright. Not maybe so much at that angle. Let me show you. So you're gonna come in kind of at an angle, and then we're gonna come up like so. Okay? Alright. We're gonna establish the bottom of our nose, but we want to kind of kick it back at an angle. Okay? Now, for this mark up here, the 1.25 inches, that's our center mark. Okay? I'm going to come just slightly above it and push down to that center mark. Then I'm going to come underneath it about the same distance and push up to that center mark. Now, if you look at the side profile, what we're doing, I'm a big Pete LeClaire fan, and I have every book he's ever written, and they are autographed, and I have taken some of his classes. So a lot of my stuff is going to start like a Pete LeClaire carving, if you know who that is. If you don't know who that is, the best book he has, in my humble opinion, is Carving Characters from Scratch. He takes a solid piece of wood from a square block like this one, and he teaches you step by step how to turn that into a complete character. And it's every step. There, I don't know, there's got to be 300 or 400 images and instructions within that book. I don't get no kickback from Pete. He don't give me money off classes. I'm not even sure he's still teaching any longer, but it's very, very valuable. Okay, so we're going to, if you look at the side profile, you'll look, here's our chin, here's the bottom of our nose, and this is where our eyes are going to be, and we're going to dome this back right here for our forehead, like so. I'm just marking on here. I'll carve it away with a knife. I